Hello everyone, my name is Shreya Soundarya and I'm from Strajan Welfare Society. Let me tell you a little bit about us. Strajan Welfare Society is an NGO where we work for the empowerment of women. Our mission is to open schools and educational institutes for women from the rural background, and we aim to help women become successful in society. In today's video, I'll be talking about the international relationship between Japan and India. The roots of the current amicable relationship can be traced back to the 6th century when Japan was first introduced to Buddhism. The long history is founded on spiritual affinity and deep cultural and civilizational ties.
In 1949, after World War II, Indian Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru gifted an Indian elephant to the Ueno Zoo in Tokyo. This acted as a gleam of hope for the people of Japan who had yet to recuperate from the war defeat. After World War II, India's iron ore helped in Japan's recovery. In 1952, India decided to conclude a separate peace treaty with Japan, marking a defining moment for the bilateral relations and setting the tone for the future. Following this, on 28 April 1952, K.K. Chetur was appointed as the first Indian ambassador to Japan, and he served in this role till 25 July 1952, while Ejiro Noda was the first Japanese ambassador to India. Japanese Prime Minister Nobusuke Kishi's visit to India in 1957 and the visit of Their Highnesses, the then Crown Prince Akihito and Crown Princess Michiko in 1960, took the relations to a new level. The bilateral relations underwent a significant transition at the start of the 21st century. The Japan-India Global Partnership in 2006 was launched during Prime Minister Modi's historic visit to India. The relationship was upgraded to a global and strategic partnership with the provision of the annual Prime Ministerial Summits, with Prime Minister Manmohan Singh and Shinzo Abe signed a joint declaration in 2006 to add a new dimension to factor in new issues as they occurred. In September 2014, Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi visited Japan for the 9th annual summit meeting with Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. During the visit, both countries agreed to upgrade their relationship to special strategic and global partnership and decided to form a Japan-India Investment Promotion Partnership. Japan stated its desire to invest $35 billion in India over the next 5 years. They issued a joint declaration in December 2015 titled Japan-India Vision 2025 Special Strategic and Global Partnership, working together for the peace and prosperity of the Indo-Pacific region and the world. This would serve as a guidepost for the new era of Japan-India relations.
In October 2008, two leaders signed the joint declaration on security cooperation between Japan and India. A comprehensive economic partnership agreement (CEPA) was concluded between Japan and India in 2011. The agreement between the government of Japan and the government of Republic of India for the peaceful uses of nuclear energy was signed in 2017.
Since 2014, the Sasakawa Peace Foundation, in partnership with Confederation of India Industry, has organized visits of members of parliament as part of the India-Japan Parliamentary Exchanges Program. Suzuki Motor Corporation's path-breaking investment in India in the early 1980s, which changed the automobile business by bringing in modern technology and management ideals to India, was a watershed moment in India's economic history. In 1991, Japan's friendship was put to a test when it was one of the few countries to unconditionally bail India out of the balance of payment crisis. The bilateral relationship's backbone, the Japanese ODA, continues to offer long-term financing to India's infrastructure development. The New Delhi metro system was built with Japanese assistance, which assisted in the conceptualization and execution of the New Delhi metro project. Defense Minister Manohar Parrikar on March 30th traveled to Japan to participate in the annual Defense Ministers' Dialogue with his Japanese counterpart Gen Nakatani. The two leaders discussed the recent developments in their national security policies and launched together the Joint Working Group on Defense Equipment and Technology Transfer on March 23rd in Tokyo. In view of India's Made in India initiative, the Honorable Defence Minister called for expanded defence cooperation between Japan and India. With the entry of a large number of professionals, Indian community has transformed. These professionals include IT and engineering specialists, management, finance, S&T professionals working for multinational Japanese and Indian companies. Satoshi Suzuki has been appointed the ambassador of Japan to India since October 2019, and Sri Sanjay Kumar Verma has been appointed the ambassador of India to Japan since November 2018. In recent news, Prime Minister Narendra Modi stated on June 27, 2021 that the Indo-Japanese friendship and partnership in the COVID-19 pandemic is more important for the global stability and prosperity, and called for further strengthening of the two countries' ties. The Prime Minister spoke after inaugurating a Japanese Zen garden and Kaizen Academy at the Ahmedabad Management Association AMA, India. The opening of 2 Indian schools in Tokyo is due to their expanding numbers. The community participates in the embassy's events. They peacefully coexist with their neighbors and have established relationship with their local administrators. And this helps them to become valued members of the Japanese community. Tokyo's Nishikasai neighborhood has transformed into a mini India. The community participates in a variety of social and cultural events. This helps them to preserve ties with their country as well as foster relationship with their Japanese neighbors. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope this video was informative and you learned something new. Please subscribe to Srajan's YouTube channel and keep a lookout for new content. Bye. Thank you.